I'm sorry for not really being dressed or for looking very well. I just woke up with this news, and I have ice packs on my breasts because I was binding all day yesterday, and I was at a festival, and it was just... So my boobs hurt, man. My boobs hurt. Okay. So what we know so far is that this guy, I'm probably gonna butcher the name, Omar Mateen, went on one of the deadliest shootouts of our country. In fact, it was greater than what happened at that tech school. 50 people have been confirmed dead, 53 were injured, so most of them ended up, unfortunately, not making it. Guy came really prepared, went into a gay club called Pulse, and just started shooting people. And he took a bunch of hostages. The police came in, and they decided that enough was enough. A lot of people are asking why wasn't he captured, for questioning all that. When you're dealing with a hostage situation and people were still actively being killed, you need to stop that as soon as possible, and that's exactly what police did. So I'm happy that that's what happened. It wasn't like I'm gonna try to talk them down, because it wasn't like he was making demands, not that we know of, or anything like that. He was just took hostages and was systematically still killing people. So now that everything's kind of cooled down, except for obviously the families in this terrible incident, the reason why I'm making this video is that his parents were from Afghanistan, and he came from a Muslim background, and so people are gonna be yelling the word terrorist. And the thing is that you shouldn't care at all about that kind of shit. Who cares why he did it? Like, who cares? He killed a bunch of people. You know, it was, according to his parents, they had no fucking idea. Like, they're just in absolute fucking shock. Apparently, the parents weren't on the radar with the U.S. government, but this guy was. They're not releasing very much information about why he was or anything else like that. But honestly, who the hell cares? He obviously had red flags before, and they were watching him, and then he ended up doing something fucking terrible. Alright, so that's really all that should matter. Who cares what he would have said if he was still alive? Like, a lot of people, like, want questions, and I know that a lot of people involved, like, are burning to know why he did it, but I'll tell you why he did it. He's a fucking psychopath. He's a fucking psychopath. Like, literally, he wasn't from a shitty fucking country. You know, he was here, he was an American. He wasn't fucking oppressed or anything like that. He just whatever fucking reason that he had, it is incorrect. Even if he came from a situation where his parents constantly abused him, he was like constantly raped throughout his life, whatever, who the fuck cares? Alright, who the fuck cares how monsters are really created, right? Like, the best thing that could have happened is somebody could have, you know, seen and talked to this guy, realized something was wrong, and stopped him or got him help or something, right? But once you do something like that, like, those people aren't coming back, you know? Like, if I got raped, alright, that doesn't give me the okay to do harm onto somebody else. It just doesn't. Alright, it's half community to see, like, you know, to throw up a red flag if somebody's acting suspicious, and it's half you. Like, and unfortunately, that's just how it is. This whole, like, blaming victim, whether he was a terrorist or whether he just did it because he came from a shitty situation, literally, it doesn't matter. He's a psychopath. I have zero reason to give a shit about why he did it. And unfortunately, the real outcome of what it's going to be is people are going to be like Islamic terrorism, whether or not he did Islamic terrorism or not, and then the people of Islam and people that are practicing Muslims, they're the ones that are going to be affected. And we're going to see more of this shit. Because a lot of ignorant people, the first thing that they fucking Googled, I guarantee you, first thing I Googled, fucking first thing is, was he Islamic? Was this an act of terrorism from, you know, some brown person that we don't fucking know? It's unfair. It really is. You know, history, like, repeats itself, and this is exactly what it fucking does. Alright? So, to recap, who cares why he did it? it was absolutely disgusting. We should be helping the families. That there's, I'll link a few GoFundMe's to, one, I feel bad for Pulse. Apparently, that community that they set up is kind of like, it's in like a kind of shady part of Orlando. It was pretty much a safe place for you to go. People watched out for other, LGBT, community members. It was really a nice place to go, and talk and have parties, and, people watched each other's back. It was very close knit, and that's absolutely shocking that it happens to basically one of the only safe havens near that area. So, the other people I feel sorry for, obviously, is the family. And they obviously have no answers, except for the fact that this guy's a psychopath. And honestly, that's the only answer anybody really needs.